Hello, I've just been reviewing the customer feedback that you gave us for the month of November. I've got it over here, so I'm going to be looking at it in a minute. That's what I'm looking at. But I would just like to say thank you again to everybody that completed the survey for us. It adds a massive amount of information for us where we can improve and take action on what it is that you have shared with us. And as always, and this is what I recommend, is what we do at Greenstones, I'm going to share with you my thoughts on the responses so you can understand and see how it's shaping what we deliver for you in 2024. Overall, the scores were excellent. There was all 9s and 10s with regards to recommendation for other accountants. I think on average it worked out at 9.7. So a slap on the back for me, Mark, and Michelle for those scores. So thank you very much for that. Turning now to the specifics around the improvements, I've got a couple of conversations or a couple of comments around accountability and how we can hold you accountable. And again, we keep banging on about Coach Accountable and how you put the answers or put the things in Coach Accountable and then we can work with them. But we've got some ideas around that and some monitoring of engagement that we're going to be introducing in the first part of next year. There's also a couple of comments around a library of resources and access to the resources, and one in particular around Coach Accountable being excellent for actions but not ideal for the resources. We're currently in the process of rebuilding the Accountants Mastermind website, which is almost finished. It's almost to the point where it can go live. And then there is a project in the first quarter of next year, so quarter 1, 2024, in order to have a membership site amongst that new website in order for those resources to be searchable and accessible. And there's all sorts of things going to go in there. So that is on the board. It's on the roadmap, if I'm in software language. So that will be in place by the end of March of next year. And then there's a comment and question around ideas for newsletters and more around software, both for accountants and clients software. There's all sorts of things that I've got in mind around marketing material and content that we can share with you. And there was also another content about more external speakers. And although we might not necessarily bring speakers in, because that's sort of one of the things or one of the advantages of the full mastermind group, I do have some ideas around perhaps little mini 20-minute masterclasses or 30-minute masterclasses that I might be able to share with you, stuff that I'm currently doing, especially around AI, that will enable you to come up with content for newsletters and blog posts and things like that. So I sort of might kill two of those birds with the one stone. But I have also, in the back of my mind, we get approached a lot by people that want to talk to you as an audience because they're selling stuff to you. So we obviously need to be careful that it doesn't turn into a sales process or a sales pitch. But there's one or two things that I've got bubbling in the background on that. I can't promise you that in the same way that I can promise you the membership site in the first quarter of next year. But there will definitely be some stuff around ideas. And then there was another question around a member poll on who uses what apps and systems. And I think that's a really interesting scenario, not just for the Bounce membership, but for the whole membership, for the whole community. And I've made a note. We've got a meeting in the first part of January of next year, and I've made a note to bring that up as a topic, as an idea, as something that we might do. And the brain has gone off and started processing around that. We might do management accounting software as one, and then we might do account software as another, we might do expenses software as another one. So instead of it just being this massive open-ended software where everybody puts in everything that they do, we focus on specific areas in order to get some clarity and hopefully some insights on what's the most popular, what people are doing, where they're moving to, etc., etc. And then the last one that I was going to talk about is how to get, there's a couple of comments around how to get more sales, how to get new clients. And it's not always about referrals. I know I bang on about referrals because for me, unless you've got the referral systems in place, then the rest of it is superfluous. So you can do pricing, selling to current customers, and then upselling referrals and then to new customers. And now again, I'm vocalizing it. The actual system that's coming out in January is an opportunity again that you can use in upsell to your new customers. So thank you again for sharing the feedback. I hope what I've just shared gives you some insight in how we're using that feedback to tailor what it is that we're going to do. Some of which is already in process, but some of which we need to sit down, as I say, in the first part of the new year, 8th of January, I think we're sitting there, in order to work out and how we are going to implement it for you. As always, you don't have to wait for the forms to come out. The next one will be coming out at the end of February. You don't have to wait for the forms. If you've got any feedback or anything that you want from us, then drop us a WhatsApp, a Facebook message, an email message or whatever, and we will do our very best to provide it for you.